So up next I have a 4-gauge Smarties round. This has a
I don't think the Smarties going to do as well as the Tic Tacs. I think Tic Tacs are like little pellets there, for Smarties are more. It's chalk based, so I think they'll implode before they get
187 grains of Smarties. The Tic Tac round did quite a bit of damage, so I'm very curious to see what this does. All right, here we go.
What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here, back with the reaction. Get those 10s and 20 views. Yes, I know I skipped the main channel Tuesday video. It's gonna be a baseball video. Not that it's gonna be better. It's just really hot, and it's just very hot and sweaty, and yeah, that's my excuse. It's hot and sweaty, and I just want to take a day off. But I do want to keep pumping out the reactions because they are the ones that seem to be getting the more views. Help me grow. This one is a mini request. Yes, I said if there's something you want me to react to, let me know in the comments. And Gundam 2 Jimmy. Definitely tell you're a seasoned veteran of the anime world. Said, more Kentucky Ballistics. Spelt more wrong, but I'm dyslexic, so I don't know if he did it on purpose. Oh, it's probably a more bore episode. Yep, yeah, never mind. He probably did it intentionally. But yeah, we want more Kentucky Ballistic. Words are hard right now. It's that hot. And so I was going through, I'm like, sure. Zero issue with Kentucky Ballistics. And I'm like, all right, which one? Could you survive bear? Interesting. And then I saw how lethal is candy. 4-gauge candy shotgun shells. And I'm like, I'm starting to get a little tubby. And I like candy. Let's see how lethal candy can be. Make full screen, pop back over here, go to here. Aha. Before we unleash Scott to our ears, get him into as much K as we physically can get. It's good. Audio's on, and let's go. Take away Mr. Kentucky Ballistic. Shoot this. I get to shout out to shootthesteel.com because that's the plate he has. He just whipped out a Glock. I got. A Ruger. But thought we shooting candy, sir.
It's gonna be a relaxing day on the range. Where did it go?
This is bad gun safety. Mine sits right behind me. I open it up. I see the beautiful thing in there. I'm like, good. He just put down a gun and lost it. God.
Yo!
One, close on the dinosaur. Two, I'm not sure, what's it say? Chippy-O-Matic 500. I don't think it has enough power to actually chew through metal. See, no metal. He needs to shoot that dinosaur. Not unalive it, just get in the blow off one of his tiny little T-Rex arms.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics.
I wonder how accurate the shirt is.
And you know, some people say that candy is not good for you. These people are a bunch of losers. Well,
Candy is good for you. Like a bag of Skittles. A pack of Reese's. You know, once a day, twice a day. Not bad. 5 packs of Reese's. And a king-size Butterfingers? No, not good.
Today we're going to find out just how lethal candy could be. Today I have some very special 4-gauge candy shotgun shells, and we're going to see what kind of damage they can do to our Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso. This thing has lifelike flesh, organs, bones, and green blood, and I am very excited to...
Yeah, I heard that he pays extra for green blood because he doesn't want to make it look super realistic, which is really cool. Like, the red blood just, it's like, well, can't make it seem like I'm shooting actual people. It's a zombie. Look, the blood's green, which is really cool.
See what happens when it gets hit with some high velocity refined sugar. But before we...
Also, if you want to watch this without the pausing of me and my interruptions, down in the description, original video. Go watch it. Go say hi to Scott.
Get started, let me tell you about today's sponsor. And today's sponsor is Aura. Anyone can find anything on the internet, including your personal information. This information is accessible because data brokers profit from selling it to telemarketers, spammers, robocallers, and anyone else who wants to know more about you. And that's why I'm super excited about today's sponsor, Aura. Aura will identify data brokers exposing your information and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. They'll even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists. You can use my link, aura.com/Kentucky, to get a free 2-week trial and see how many data brokers are sharing your information. You can also find this link in the description down below, or you can scan my QR code. Aura also does so much more to protect you and your family from online threats you can't see. It's easy to set up so you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and more. You get everything at one affordable price. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online so that you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. Don't let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information. Swing over to aura.com/Kentucky and start your free 2-week trial today. You can also find this link in the description down below, or you can scan my...
His description, not mine. Also, Kentucky Ballistic's one of those people who's not gonna copyright claim videos. But of course, I have a golden rule. The video has to at least be 7 days old for me to react.
A QR code. Again, a big thing.
Unless it's something like important, like the Buffalo thing.
Thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. So today,
Also, I do this, not because Scott, because of Rob Van Dam.
I'm going to be using my Russian BFG-1 4-gauge shotgun, and the first round we're going to start out with is a 4-gauge Skittle round. This has...
I'm not a big fan of Skittles. Just not my cup of tea. Like of the candy bags, Skittles are like low on my list.
246 grains of Skittles. Let's see what it does when we hit Mr. Zombie with it. Prepare to taste the rainbow.
Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say, you had to make that joke. Not lethal. Not lethal. He does have one stick in his arm. Not sure you can see my mouse. It's orange. Left shoulder. Wait. Right about here. But it almost looks like the candy broke apart, forgot that to it.
Okay, let's have a look, shall we? It does not look like we did a whole lot of damage. I have actually one of them right here on the table. It didn't make a very loud bang. I don't think we had a very good powder burn, if I'm going to be honest. But we did still propel the Skittles at the zombie, and you can see a lot of them broke up on his skin. I would not say...
I think they broke up before they got to the skin, but at the same time, shooting candy at someone could be a nice non-lethal way to get them to leave your house.
that Skittles are lethal, but I would say that they're going to hurt a little bit. So...
Agreed, sir. Agreed.
Up next, we are going to move on to a 4...
Also, where are your ear pros? I hope he's wearing ear pros.
Gauge Nerds round. This has 255 grains of Nerds. Here we...
Yeah, where's your headphones? Sir? Sir? Sir, I know you're a professional, but, you know, hold on. Where are these? I have a second one. Also, nerd on the scale of candies, I don't mind nerds. I haven't had them in a while, but I actually don't mind nerds.
Go. Oh.
Oh, oh, still don't think it did penetrate the skin, but oh, that's more like powder. So that could do more like damage to like your eyes and your nose.
Yeah, that did not look like that felt very good.
The smoke of the candy coming out of the gun when he cocks it. Like, watch.
Yeah, that did not look like
Second time.
that
Like, look, all this smoke from the candy and the powder.
felt very good. So we have a lot of these nerds stuck in his skin. This is all looking like it would be more painful than lethal. This next round I am very excited about.
Okay, guess the candy. Guess the candy. Okay. I think Skittles would be more deadly than Reese's from candy base. I would say Whoppers, but Whoppers would be better for a musket shot.
This is a 4-gauge Tic Tac round. I have
You can't go wrong with the classic orange Tic Tac.
257 grains of orange Tic Tacs. And since Tic Tacs are meant to be a breath freshener, I'm gonna go right for his mouth. Oh!
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You can see it right on the nose here. Oh. Also, talking about this Scott seems like one of those genuine great people that if you somehow have a friend like him, they'll always have your back. And he also seems like a giant kid.
Okay! Tic Tacs had a little more kick to them. So I have to admit, I took out my ear protection because the Skittles in the Nerds round was...
Oh, he was wearing inside one. Oh. Sorry for insulting you earlier, sir.
not very loud. But the Tic Tac round, it had a little more flavor, and my ears are kind of ringing. And I see here that the zombie, he is definitely feeling that a lot more than the previous 2 rounds. These Tic Tacs really messed up his face here. Look at his nose. He's got a...
Oh, okay. But your nose is mostly cartilage, so it's not really lethality. Look at it, like the eye area. Yeah, the right eye. Yeah, like this area here.
all in his nose. Actually, looks like some of it made it into his mouth. So at this point, I'm gonna say the Tic Tac round is causing more damage, but I still don't know if I would consider it lethal.
No, but a great deterrent.
So up next, I have a 4-gauge Smarties round. This has a...
I don't think the Smarties going to do as well as the Tic Tacs. I think Tic Tacs are like little pellets there, for Smarties are more... It's chalk based, so I think they'll implode before they get...
187 grains of Smarties. The Tic Tac round did quite a bit of damage, so I'm very curious to see what this does. All right, here we go.
Yep. That's exactly what I expected, to be honest. A chalk-based candy, not a bad candy to have. Good to have around if your friends are diabetics. If their sugar's getting low, give them a Tic Tac. That's Smartie. But yeah, chalk-based candy, definitely gonna break apart.
A little underwhelming. So the
What did you expect? It's a chalk. There's nothing to them.
Smarties acted about like the Skittles and the Nerds. We had a good hit, but it does not look like it did much damage. I am very excited.
That Smarties seem to be the best to for protesters. Use those against protesters. Oh God, they're spraying me with sugar.
About this next round. This is a 4-gauge gummy bear round. It has 370 grains of gummy bears inside.
Not a big fan of the gummy bears. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. This one could be interesting because the heat could fuse the gummies slightly together, make it a more solid projectile. I'm still going non-lethal, definitely could do some damage.
That is quite a bit of weight, so I am curious to see if we have some good compression and what kind of damage we do to our zombie here. All right, I'm gonna go for his lower section. Here we go. Okay.
I stand corrected. Can I see? Oh.
And what kind of damage we do to our zombie here. All right, I'm gonna go for his lower section. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Play speed. Slower. Christ, that thing's still moving. Okay, normal speed. Oh.
Wow. Well then, gummy bears. Not only will they cause diabetes,
True.
they will also cause a hole in your stomach. Holy cow. Let's take a look at this. I guess those gummy bears kind of all wadded together. It's kind of a hot day. So we may have had like a gummy bear slug.
That's kind of what I was saying. The heat of the explosion could have superheated the gummy bears. So when they finally got out, they more stuck together. So, yeah.
And as you can see here, oh, here's some of them coming out. Oh dear. There's some of the gummy bears. Oh.
That is creepy. Eat it. Eat it, Scott. Eat it.
Holy cow. That is awful. Look at this. Oh, that's not a gummy bear. That's his insides. Okay. Is there another one in there? That's another gummy bear. That's bad. Okay, I have to admit I'm pretty impressed with the gummy bears. Let's move on to our next round.
Yeah, that's what I kind of said. I think the gum would heat up and stick together. Plus, if he said it's a hot Kentucky day, it's just sitting outside in a metal casing, it might already started gluing together.
You know, candy's good and all, but it'll rot your teeth. But you know what won't rot your teeth? Subscribing to Kentucky Ballistics.
I'm drinking soda, so you can subscribe to me too. But yeah, subscribe to Scott. Subscribe to Kentucky Ballistics. Man's good at his job. And he keeps buying more expensive guns, so he's going to need the money and the subscribers.
If you're not careful eating this next candy, it could break your teeth. This is a
Oh, is he going Jawbreakers? I was waiting for a Jawbreaker.
4-gauge, 200 grain Jolly Rancher round.
I like Jolly Ranchers.
All right, here we go.
Definitely lethal. Definitely lethal.
Oh.
Did he miss? Wow, I thought the hard candy would stick together and just be mini pellets.
So the Jolly Ranchers look like they did a little bit of damage to Mr. Zombie's face here. Look at that. Oh, he smells really nice, but I don't think you would.
Oh, I just thought of something terrifying. The bugs. Oh, the bees are going to be attracted to all that sugar.
Look very nice after being shot in the face with Jolly Ranchers. As you can see right here, it looks like one of them cut him all the way down to the bone. You know, it's really too bad this zombie isn't made out of Diet Coke, because next I have a...
Oh, I'm going to say underwhelming. Underwhelming. This is menthols. It's another chalky thing.
4-gauge, 250 grain Mentos round.
Might do a little better than Smarties, but I don't expect
I'm gonna
much.
scoot up a little bit closer, and I think I'm gonna go for this fresh spot right here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly what I thought it was. Like I said, it's a chalky candy.
Okay, well, that smells wonderful, but it does not look like it did much to him. I would argue that was the least amount of damage we've seen today.
Oh, Smarties. Smarties at least. Smarties at least.
So I've been saving this round until the very end because I feel like
Very end, man. Barely halfway through.
it has the most potential to dirty up my barrel. This is a 4-gauge, 241 grain mini M&M round.
Hard chocolate casing. Yeah.
Now for the age-old question. Will they melt in your mouth or in your shotgun barrel? Let's
I like how he's getting really close.
find out, shall we? Oh!
I think if it backs up, I think it's about the same lethality as a lot of the other stuff.
That is nasty. Oh, ew. It's just one big wad of chocolate on his mouth. I just can't seem to make a video without getting poop on everything. So after that last shot, my 4-gauge barrel is covered in chocolatey goodness.
How would he clean that? Imagine if you go somewhere and you have like, oh yeah, can you just clean my guns out? You know, make sure everything's good. Yeah, sir. Why is there chocolate in your barrel? I was testing the lethality of candy. Sir, please don't come back here.
And I'm not going to be firing it anymore today. But I do have a canned cannon. And right now, it is loaded up with 20 whole packs of Smarties. All right,
I still say it's just gonna be a giant chalk mist.
20 packs of Smarties to the face. Oh!
Yeah, that's more of the can being launched at, not the Smarties. One does stick in the eye though. That's kind of impressive. Look at that chalk mist.
Yeah, that hit him pretty hard. His face is broken. Right here. That broke his whole cheekbone. I can relate. That doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, but that wasn't the candy. That's the cannon.
Of the 4-gauge candy rounds, the gummy bears were the most effective.
Oh God. Did he put it in that thing? And oh, headshot.
So now let's see what happens when we hit him with some gummy bears out of our can cannon. Here we go. Oh! Just kind of bounced right off of him, didn't it? You got hit somewhere in this area, but I'm not really seeing much damage.
Yeah, probably less heat, less compact area.
Actually, I lied. That broke his rib. So now let's see what happens when we hit him with some Jolly Ranchers
I'm sorry, sir. Jaw breakers.
out of the can cannon. Oh my gosh!
Like I said, it's more the the capsules he's shooting that's doing more damage than the candy.
Those all just kind of stayed together, didn't they? And we hit him in this area right here, and that looks like that would have hurt. So I've learned today that candy can be pretty devastating, but it's not necessarily lethal. Except for gummy bears, they're borderline lethal. But
Gummy bears compact. Melted gummy bears. Yeah.
now we're gonna finish off the zombie with something I know is 100% lethal. This is my A-Square 577 T-Rex. I have not had this out in a while, and I'm gonna hit that zombie with a 650 grain soft point. 3 up.
I'm still saying put the bat in there, let the jawbreaker go down, and shoot a jawbreaker.
To be exact. Been a little while since I shot this thing. Last I checked, it kicks pretty hard. Here we go.
Oh God. You don't need to double tap that, no. Nah. Where's this gun in Left 4 Dead?
Let's hit him again, shall we? But
Hit him and go for the arc.
this time, we'll hit him right in the chest. Oh!
That's a good pause. I think it's whatever's holding that zombie torso up is doing its job because it's not flying her off.
All right, now let's hit him in the lower section.
That poor table. That brown definitely bounced off the table.
Oh, okay, he's just gonna fall apart, I think. Obviously, his head is missing. The chest shot was pretty devastating, obviously. And so was this lower shot here. Let's flip him over. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say,
It almost looked like they butchered a bloody eagle. Old school Viking way of unaliving people. But Christ.
that the T-Rex is much more effective than gummy bears.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed
Yeah, yep, right there. Right there in the middle where that blast around the T-Rex got it.
it. What did you think about the candy shotgun shells? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a big favor and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. Ugh. Ah. Ugh. Also be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistic Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below,
His description, not mine. I just got the link to your original, this video right here.
along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com. Just
Okay, that might be in the thing. I do usually put their pages up so they can sell their
in
merch.
case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. See you next time.
I'll say what's gonna give the table the chain. Chain. Man's living his best life. You know what I mean? Like, God.
It's a good day.
Yeah, I bet it was. You got to just go outside, fire your freaking guns as much as you want, and then go, I made money off it. Also, because I used it in the video, it's now a tax write-off. But, God. Alright, so let's think about what a musket. Candy musket would be highly entertaining. Like I said, you have jawbreakers, obviously. Whoppers. What other round ones are there? Well, you can really put anything into a musket because it's just a straight tube. It's like a potato gun. God, it's just weird, like watching like videos like this because it's just like you look at going like, I know there's somewhere out there some anti-gun person is just like, how dare he? I'm like, dude, call me up. I have a few more ideas. Message me. I could give you a few ideas what you can fire at something for lethality. Not chalk-based candy. No, that's just looks like LeBron James throwing something up. But that is it. That's all I have. You have a suggestion? Let me know in the comment section. Not music. Music always is going to have a ton of copyright onto it. Also, I listen to music. I can't really be like, oh, this is good because of the blah blah. Like, now I'm like, this is just good music. But nerd stuff, gun stuff, sports stuff. But that's it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.